Anyway, hi. Why did I start with saying anyway? I don't know, but I am doing a little Saturday stream on a whim. I'm gonna play Peak, just solo, just a little solo climb. I like that it says on the title screen we nerfed the frogs again. If you haven't seen this at all, the newest update, the new biome particularly, maybe we'll visit some frogs today. I don't know. We'll see. But boy, those frogs, my god, heckin' frogs. Anyway, as I was saying a little before I started the recording, ideally, oh, it's a little chunky on my end. Ideally, I'd like to complete a solo climb, but if that goes horribly awry, I might switch to, there's a custom mode I've been wanting to try. I want to change my outfit, hang on. There's a custom mode I've been wanting to try where you suck at climbing, but you have an infinite use grapple claw, and I kind of want to try that. I finally got the stupid balloon badge, and I'm dressed as a stupid Disney character, but I finally got the stupid balloon badge. Ugh, I did it! I climbed the mount without breaking my ankles at any point. I need to put a new hat on. I don't like the stupid tiara. Get it off me. I worked hard for the sprout, but I kind of like the aviator cap. No. I'm gonna go for the sprout. I work for the sprout. I got this peak hours. Am I hoping to get the Wisconsin biome today? So I saw a little video from the devs that in order to not discourage, but to, I'm just gonna change my settings here, to, let's see, to stymie, let's say stymie data miners. Oh god, I never remember what resolution I want. That's fine. To stymie data miners. Now you can see pink bars on the side of the screen. That's less good. No, that's even worse. Wide. There we go. That's better. To stymie data miners, they put a bunch of fake biomes in, and one of them was Wisconsin. And I'm just going to move my game window, and then I'm going to move the chat. I had this full screened, and then the chat on my other monitor, but then I thought it's a little too awkward to see the chat looking over, especially if I'm solo climbing, so I'm just going to do this. Yeah, what dangers lurk in Wisconsin? What is in the Wisconsin biome? Wisconsin's fairly flat, right? I'm just going to do regular difficulty. Red Letter Media. I've never seen anything they've done. Those are the guys that, I don't want to say complain about movies. Critique movies? I don't know if complaining is reductive. Lots of cheese. That's all I've ever heard about Wisconsin is cheese. Maybe you have to climb a barn, like a bunch of barns stuck together. All right, I'm awake. Do I remember how to play? Ooh, the sand is great today. How fancy. Okay, airline food. I really want to cook that flare just because it would be funny. But I'm not going to because I think it would explode and then injure me. If it just exploded, whatever, but if it hurts me, I don't want to do that. A movie review channel. Okay. If I cook the energy drink, it does not give me sleepy when I consume it. However, if you cook the energy drink when you drink it, when you pop it open, it explodes. And knocks you over for a few seconds. So you kind of have to decide, is that a worthwhile trade-off? I mean, it's not like a big explosion. And it lasts a few seconds longer to compensate. But at the same time, the explosion's a little risky because I don't want to fall off the mountain. Red Letter Media is interesting because they're multifaceted. They critique movies in an easily digestible manner, watch terrible movies to make fun of them, and have also made a number of movies. Really? I respect that. You know, it's one thing to critique a movie, but then to actually go and make one and to get a feel for the process. Now, this isn't to say that, like, I know some people have tried to argue, oh, you can't critique something until you've tried making it yourself. I don't think that's valid. So hang on, I'm going to turn my settings down a little. This game plays smooth when I'm by myself, but I still have things low, whatever. It's a little chunky streaming, that's fine. Movies that are also terrible, like deliberately terrible, like knowingly terrible. I don't watch movies very often at all, which is a fact that I'm sure will shock and appall people who have been at this stream for a while. In particular, like, quote unquote, bad movies. I remember my parents telling me, my mom and dad used to have this sort of informal competition between one another. 'Cause unlike me, my parents are big movie people. But they would try and see who could rent the weirdest movie. Not necessarily the worst per se, although sometimes they go hand in hand, but just the weirdest, like, so bad it's good, what on earth did we just watch kind of thing. So they just go in blind and then rent things based on like the title or whatever. And I believe my dad had said my mom was sort of the winner of that contest with a movie called The Headless Eye, about like some serial killer that scoops people's eyeballs out, and they're an artist or something. I don't remember now. I have never seen it. I've just heard of it. But that kind of sounds like a fun activity if one is of the movie-going sort. Am I solo? Am I going to be tailed by the Scoutmaster? Thankfully, no. Thankfully, the Scoutmaster does not appear on solo climbs. I can go as far and as fast as I want to, which is one of the perks of playing solo. When you're playing with pals, you have to try really hard to stick together. Oh, a warp fungus. See if I can get that. I don't know if... Oh, no, it wouldn't have been... Because there was another peak collaboration I did with my pals Luce and Nox a ways back. Not on my channel. Oh, this is poison. And I don't know... it wouldn't... I didn't record my end of it, so I don't think it would be on the VOD anyway. But I do remember, after someone taking a plummet, the Scoutmaster showing up for me and giving me the yeet. And yes, scooping eyeballs out. Good. Okay, that's no good. If I go around this way... The house's plumbing is bad and causing leaks everywhere. Can't complain if you haven't tried plumbing yourself. Also, hello, Zahayan. The thing with Red Letter Media is they have a very specific sense of humor, very sarcastic and sleight of hand. Are they magicians? If that is not their thing, or not your thing, then their films are pretty blah. Even if it's not my thing, I respect the skill and craft that goes into it. Really, you're gonna make me use all my bonus stamina on this? Really? Really? Oh, really? Heckin', I ate all those coconuts for what, man? Okay. Whatever, I'm just gonna use that energy drink, whatever. I'm gonna have to watch my stamina consumption. Because most recently I played this with pals on Tenderfoot, which reduces your stamina consumption a little bit. So I need a feel for how much I can get away with. Yeah, anyone can criticize something. Having made it, as you said, makes it easier to more accurately understand the specifics of what went wrong. But that doesn't mean, yeah, I'm just echoing Nex's message that a layman doesn't have anything worthwhile to say. Oh, you expect one thing and they purposefully divert. I see. Okay, that's what you mean by sleight of hand. So subverting expectations in a way. Which way do I want to go? Can I climb up here? I saw a little while ago, oh, this is not good, a video of somebody speedrunning this game. And they got a lot of mileage by doing, where is it? The no, where is it? Backflip. Where is it? Which one is, oh God, oh God. The backflip emote. Which one is it? Oh, no, I'm going to fall off the mountain. I'm going to fall off the mountain. But they were doing that a lot to get extra distance with their jumps. And it seemed like that's min-maxing to a degree that I would never have the patience for. Oh, this is also a bad climb, man. Jeez. I didn't really want to use like my warp fungus or anything, but maybe I'm gonna have to throw it up there. Because the fog is still rising and I've not really made any real progress up here. You don't think Mario's plumbing is realistic, but you don't know enough about plumbing. We all need to learn about plumbing. I mean, it'd be a good skill to have, realistically speaking. I think knowing how to do a bunch of DIY things around the house would be great. Okay, I think I tried here earlier and it wasn't any good. I feel like I also tried here earlier and it wasn't any good. I mean, I get really desperate. I do have this warp fungus, but I'm a little nervous to use it. Because I don't really trust my throws, but yeah, this doesn't really look like a viable climb over here. Let's just shuffle back over to the right. The fog, and you don't have to apologize. I love explaining game mechanics. The fog is basically a hazard, an obstacle that forces you to keep moving. The fog will gradually rise as you continue to climb. And if you get caught in the fog, you will... I can't make it over there. You will start to freeze to death. It also greatly obscures your vision. So you got to keep hustling in order to stay ahead of the fog. I've heard some argue that the fog can be a little redundant because you also have your hunger, which forces you to not sit around. Oh, another warp fungus. But I think they work well in tandem. The fog's sort of like a more immediate, you better hustle up, versus the hunger being a slow killer, let's say. Can I stand on this up here? I can. Okay, cool. Is there anything up here for me that I can stand on, though? No. You know, I've never played Fear and Hunger. I've heard good things about it, though. But yeah, you know what? That's kind of what the fog is, combined with your hunger. It is the fear and hunger that impels you forward. When you watch Peak, you wonder how I even get up when climbing looks like it takes so much stamina. A lot of it's just finding little footholds. And not letting sunken cost fallacy get you, which is something I struggle with. Especially when you've gone up like so far a certain direction like I did over there, only to discover I can't really make it up there. So I'm gonna have to try another direction. I'm also gonna take this coconut half and just eat that. Boof. I should have kept more coconut house with me at the start, but I mostly wanted just the bonus stamina from them. Coconuts weigh a lot, and I didn't want them taking up space in my bag. Fear and hunger, you when you spot a spider in front of the fridge. I'd escort it away for you. I mean, I'm a little far away for that, but I'd do it. For my friends, I would happily escort any insects, arachnids, and other critters outside. There is rain, actually. If you want Breath of the Wild on hard mode, there is rain. Oh man, let me up. Oh, I'm kind of on it, but not really. Yeah, you see my legs? What angle am I at? My scout is walking at like a 90-degree angle. Okay, we're good. We're up. What in the world? I don't know, but I made it. That's all that matters. This isn't even Peak. This is footage of me going outside. I do live not, let's say, unreasonably far from the Rocky Mountains. Where do I want to go from here? I don't want to go too far over there, because climbing near the fog line, the edge of the world is bad. Oop, get up there. Yeah, next time you see a spider, just give me a ring and I'll walk all the way down there. It's cool. Are the Rockies known for their palm trees and coconuts? Oh yeah. What, you've never been? Just like the images of all the fir trees and the lakes and whatnot and the sheep. No, those are just there to confound tourists. Because we don't want people on our beaches. We want to keep those all for ourselves. Ourselves. This does not feel like a good climb. It's just this awkward overhang. Ugh. The little clips you see of this game are hilarious. It's a very funny game. One of the reasons I like it is this, oh, the sort of Looney Tunes quality it kind of has. Man, it's just like nowhere good around here to find another way up, and the fog is still rising. But this game has a sort of Looney Tunes quality to it that I enjoy. Because when you fail and fall off the mountain, and it's not a matter of if, but when, it happens to the best of us. Oh boy, where am I? It's always funny. Your death is always hilarious. Sometimes easily preventable, but always funny. Yeah, let me up there. Let me up there. Ugh. This does not wrap around to fully circle the peak, no. You sort of get the front of the mountain. If you climb towards the sides, there's a fog line different from the rising fog down there that you just can't cross. It's the edge of the world. And I've tried to avoid going towards it because I've noticed that when you approach sort of the edge of the world, it pushes you back. And I've been pushed off of ledges before. So I've learned my lesson. Don't get too close to the edge of the world or you'll fall off. Just like real life. Can I eat this? Yes, I can. For those not familiar with Peak, you can eat forage things you find on the mountain. Sometimes they're poisonous. These bugle shrooms, looking at them, I can tell if you look at their caps. If you see frills under the cap, they are toxic. Do not eat. But if they are smooth under the cap like that one, it's okay. You feel bad for people who take this game seriously. I'm sure there are people that do. But this is just, it's very laid back. What would I think be really stressful is people who play this game, like take it really seriously playing in a group. Even when I'm playing in a group, and I love playing this with friends, I feel not stressed out exactly, but if I feel like I'm letting my friends down by not playing to the best of my ability all the time, I feel so guilty. But then that's like every cooperative multiplayer game. I said don't get too close to the edge of the world, just as you got too close to the edge of shifting sandland and died. You didn't like that. Well, you didn't heed my advice. You got too close to the edge of the world. This reminds you of getting over it. My scout is in fact a guy in a little cauldron. Do I want to pick this up? Sure. It's here. Let's take it. Scout's ambition. Let's take that. And I'll put it in my bag. All of these... this amulet is something that they added to this most recent update of Peak. I guess plug your ears if you don't want to be spoiled for things. Although I can't imagine anyone really cares here. Getting all of the amulets that appeared during a climb and taking it to the peak will get you a little something. I have done it solo. I wasn't sure I'd be able to pull it off solo. And I did it with my pals on Sunday, so that was exciting. Doing it solo is tricky because there are 4 of those amulets, and that means eventually your whole backpack will be taken up. And although I like this as a solo game, I find it a very sort of meditative, puzzly, I guess, experience. Having friends definitely makes things a lot easier, like having extra backpack slots, being able to split items among one another, and just the helping hand that you can offer each other really lets you get a lot of extra distance. Peak is so good solo. Oh, so congrats on your most recent Chivos, Claire. The kind of going hard try on co-op games is more on the competitive side. Yeah, Peak I think is just the kind of game you play with friends. Yeah, just for kicks, really. I feel like if you play this with friends and you're being really try hard about it, you're just setting yourself up for a bad time, you know? The more scouts there are, the more likely something is going to go terribly awry. General advice for IRL friends, too, yeah. Oh, you're going for the Hundo Coinstar in Shifting Sandland. Good luck. I hope you do not get consumed by the sands. when you're like 2 coins from completing it. I don't think that happened to me when I was streaming, but I don't remember. I do remember some Hundo coin stars taking a while because like the last few coins I needed being obfuscated by draw distance. Like Dire Docks in particular. When you heard of this game, you thought playing it solo would be almost impossible. I know when I first heard of Peak, I only heard of it being played with other people, so it kind of not slipped past my radar, but I just sort of wrote it off as this is something I'm never really going to get to experience because I don't often get to play games with other people. Until a friend informed me, oh no, this game is actually really good solo too. Oh, there is a new 120-star task that came out, and even though it's an hour long, it's a fantastic watch. Ooh. It's not like commentated in any way, like is it like via text or audio commentary? Sometimes if there's a really in-depth speed run, whether or not it's a task, the commentary is useful just to get an extra perspective on things. Also, hi, bro. Bro, you need to play this with me. I guess not right now, obviously, but at some point. Anti-rope cannon, sure. Hopefully this doesn't fly away. Let's take that. We're gonna light the campfire. Boof. I feel like I might be misremembering. Oh good, we're gonna get rain today. That the morale boost I just got for lighting the campfire, which gave me bonus stamina on the bottom left, I think that originally you didn't get that as a solo climber. And that was something they eventually added. It used to be you'd only get that morale boost playing as a group. But now everything's coming up Mori. No commentary, but someone is making a series of videos to explain it. Ooh. Oh, they showed it off at SGDQ. Cool. There's so many really cool speedruns I've just missed out on by not watching SGDQ, but I find just the sound of the crowd is too much for me a lot of the time, which sounds so silly, I know. But I don't like all the noise. Yeah, going into the final ascent solo and blind is really fun, isn't it? That's what I did too. I really like just poking around with things and figuring out how they work. Is this a good idea? Not really. Let's just scoot down. I remember playing this solo for the first time and getting to the tropics for the first time because the tropics was the only second biome in the rotation at the time. And I was so gung-ho, like, wow, I made it to the second biome, and I ran from the campfire and I ran straight down and I didn't even consider the fact that it would be a cliff and not a slope, and I ran right off and I died. Or if I didn't die, I injured myself severely, and that climb did not go anywhere. Yeah, I get tired of the donations and the commentary and the crowd stuff, and I get like it's important. And oh, what's this fire here? And I'm glad that they're doing all the good, wonderful charity work. It's just like hearing everything read out, all the noise and everything. I know there have been runs in the past that I've tried to enjoy on SGDQ, and just the sound of everything drove me crazy. I couldn't do it. Like a Pokemon run I was trying to watch forever ago, but the crowd would keep yelling "Orb" over everything. It was like to the point where I can't hear the runner. Stop. What is all this fire effects? These fireflies. I feel like they must be heralding the presence of something, but if there is anything there, I'm not seeing it. Either I walked past it or it's clipped into the mountain. What are you going lol for? What did I walk past? What did I walk past? Or you just mean orb? It's you. You are hiding inside the geometry. Nex is here to figure out how to make the gloom even more obnoxious, affectionate. Don't touch those. stinky. I fell off a cliff. No, that was intentional. You eventually get tired after the 10th Save the Animals Greetings from Germany donation. Yeah. It's a lot of people trying to be funny, which I don't fault them for. It just gets tiring to hear all the time. Oh, my story of being so excited that I ran off a cliff. Okay, I thought you meant like just then in game, and I thought, no, I didn't. Do the frogs also mimic voices? The birds do. Do the frogs mimic voices too? Ooh, I almost got pushed off that tree. That was something that I didn't realize playing solo, but playing with pals in the Gloom, one of the new biomes that ooh, this is not really a good climb. The birds there will mimic the voices of other scouts. I guess like echo what they said, but with like some radio distortion, some radio static. But when you're in the gloom and you're very disoriented, you don't know where you are, it's very effective at making you feel turned around. Oh, that would be your contribution. The frogs also mimic voices. Just to make them even worse. You know, when the frogs grab you, they tell you all of your worst fears and your biggest anxieties in the voice of your best friend, who you haven't seen since elementary school. And that's why I'm not a game designer. The frog of fear and hunger. I mean, considering how eagerly they lap you up with their tongues, they are pretty hungry. Wait. Wouldn't that actually be scary? That's why I'm not a game designer. If you let me design a game, you would have to deal with frogs that whisper to you your biggest fears and anxieties, and also Mario very occasionally spawning without a face. What chubby shroom? These I think are always safe to eat. I'm gonna take this green kingberry. The green kingberry, I believe, is mildly toxic. However, it restores a lot of hunger, so it's worth eating a little bit of poison for the rest of the benefits. There should be a cape where you just descend down into a seemingly bottomless pit. You know, wouldn't be a bad idea for a mode, really. It brings to mind, I think it was Mario Party 9, the much maligned Mario Party 9, that had a Bowser theme mode where the goal was to fail the minigame. To do the worst at it. And some of them I thought were genuinely pretty creative. Like, there's one where nominally you are dropping downwards and you're supposed to avoid all of the para-dry bones that are in your way, so you can reach the bottom the fastest. But in the Nega version, the Bowser version of it, you want to hit as many as you can on the way down, so you hit the bottom last. I thought that was quite creative. They should add frogs that sing copyright music. Oh my god, you have to get away from them or your whole stream gets content claimed. It's just a playlist of Disney songs. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you say that this mushroom is eat? Wouldn't you think I'm the scout who climbs everything? There's a game called Pratfall, similar to Peak, but you're descending. Ooh. Oh, bonus stamina, give me that. Okay. I think every time you walk through these Monstera plants, there's a chance that you'll get bitten by a tick. So if I ever start accumulating poison damage out of nowhere, oh bother, rain, because there's a tick on me. Do I want to go across here? Can I make it while it's raining? think I should probably go across instead. Okay, took some of my bonus stamina, but whatever. What do we got? Green kingberries? Let's eat one. I'll eat some poison damage, but that's okay. Woof. What's in my bag? You know what? I'm gonna... Oh, not you. I'm gonna eat this airline food for the bonus stamina. And I'm gonna stash this green kingberry. I can just cook it later. There we go. Frog that sings generic country music. Please, God, no. I have to listen to enough of that at work. You want to know what's truly terrible? Is a couple days ago at work, a supervisor put on a playlist that was just nothing but Ariana Grande. So it was like at least like 2 hours at least of just straight up Ariana Grande forever. Why do so many of those... Oh, bye. It's gonna grow down there. Why do so many of those songs sound the same? The same whispery vocals, the repeated use of baby, the snaps, the tinny drum machines. I don't know if there were Wicked songs because I've never seen Wicked. But they didn't sound like they were anything theatrical. It just... They all sounded like they were about relationships or about empowerment. And again, this is not a knock if that's the kind of music that speaks to you. It just doesn't speak to me. And listening to like the same stuff for hours made me go crazy. Like another supervisor of mine was like, I can't take this anymore, Maury. I'm gonna lose it. I can't. And I'm like, well, you mean the Ariana Grande? She's like, I can't do it. And then the supervisor who put on the Ariana Grande went to the back for a while. And then my other supervisor's like, I'm gonna change the music. And then she put it on. It was like the usual, like 2010s, 2020s, like, you know, top 40, whatever that we usually have to listen to. But it wasn't all Ariana Grande. It was only sometimes Ariana Grande, which was an improvement. I want that piton. I kind of want that piton. I'm going to eat this kingberry. Oh, that was a yellow kingberry. I thought it was a green one. Oh, no, it was... Oh no, no, the yellow one's bad. Oh, boo. Whoops. That's fine. Ariana Grande Forever sounds like a video game. It does, doesn't it? It's like this, but instead of the fog rising, it's Ariana Grande music. You have to get away from it before you get content claimed. Or you're me and you just go insane. I should have a show tune stay at work. No, I shouldn't. I think I might actually jump over the counter and start biting. I can't do show tunes. And I've had people express surprise because as a very musical person, Bees is a musical person. They think, oh, you don't like show tunes? You don't like singing like all those... No, I don't. I go crazy. Broadway, I can't. Baby Park 24/7, that might be better. But it has to gradually speed up. Sometimes in the back of my head when we're really busy, I do kind of hear Baby Park just speeding up. Oh, I kind of want that beehive, but at the same time, those bees, oh boy, they'll kill. Those bees will kill, man. If I had antidote, maybe. You associate band kids with musicals too. I feel like probably like a lot of the kids in my band class were in like theater and knew a lot of musical theater songs. Like that one band trip to Newfoundland where I feel like everyone on the bus except me was all singing Phantom of the Opera because they just all knew all the words to Phantom of the Opera. You were servicing a store today, and you recall your grandmother mentioning you recall your grandmother mentioning she loved, and while there, a country song came on the radio that was just a dude bragging about how he bought his girlfriend a diamond engagement ring and that he's looking forward to the kids they'll have in the future. Oh, antidote. And you're like, oh, that's why your grandma loves this store. Is that my grocery store? They play country music all the time in my grocery store. Whoever's in charge of the music there evidently loves it. Well, we didn't drive to Newfoundland on the bus. That would be a little difficult. But for a band trip, we did go to Newfoundland, which was a wonderful place to visit. I would love to visit there when I'm not tethered to the rest of the class and can only go and look at, you know, certain things. It was a really nice place to be. All the colorful houses. The people there were really sweet. I know it's a stereotype, but it was at least true from my experience that people there were very welcoming. The amphibious bus. Bro, if you're still here, do you remember the time we were in the Greyhound bus depot and there was like a guy sitting like near us who was clearly on something and talking the ear off of some poor other random guy about how he's totally going to take the bus to Amsterdam somehow? On the amphibious bus, of course. And public transit here is scary, even in the daytime. Wow, wish I had that antidote. Oh well. Whatever, man. It's fine. Oh, my bonus stamina. You do remember that guy, wonderful. And you've mentioned that Pirates from Saskatchewan story, and how everyone knew the words except you. What is Pirates from Saskatchewan, though? Who is committing piracy in Saskatchewan? What is there to steal in Saskatchewan except wheat? I'm sure there's many other crops in Saskatchewan, but it's very flat. If you're not familiar with the glorious province of Saskatchewan, it's very flat. Let me up. That felt like a short tropics. Usually the tropics feels a lot longer. Do people chat on the public transport where I'm from? Not, well, at least not really. I mean, I've definitely had moments in the past where like a rando has started abruptly talking to me on the bus, and it's terrifying every time it's happened. I've been followed before. That's also terrifying. But generally, no. But our transit here, sure, do I have room for that? And once I cook this green kingberry, and I didn't get the other medals, amulets, or whatever. Yeet. What was I saying? The transit here is not really regulated like it is in other parts of the world, or other cities, I should say. In the sense that there are no fare gates or ticket gates or any sort of, like you have to buy a fare and everything. Our transit isn't free, but there's no regulation to ensure that you can only get on the train if you have a fare. So you'll get a lot of people just squatting on the train, which I don't care. I'm not a cop, whatever, as long as you're using the space respectfully. But a lot of the time people don't use the space respectfully. I'm not talking about someone like sleeping it off on the train. I mean like garbage and drug paraphernalia littered everywhere, and like people like sleeping it off under the seats, and like shopping carts and just everywhere. Like I've gotten on train cars in the morning at like 6 in the morning, and then, or less than 5 in the morning, and then realized, oh, I need to change cars because like there's like drug paraphernalia everywhere, and there's people like passed out all over the train. Like, I don't really feel safe here. Said like Jar Jar Binks, Misa Day 4. Oh god, I can't believe you got me to say that. Cappy Bappies. You know, there's a chivo for cooking and eating a yellow winterberry, a coconut, a piece of honeycomb, which I could have gotten, and an egg. And here's the winterberry I could have eaten. Oh well. Oh, I forgot to cook the dang kingberry. Whatever, you know, just whatever. Eat the poison damage, whatever, I don't care. Let's do that. Hopefully I don't get grabbed by a tornado. What I would really like is to find something that will help me cross the canyon. Like trail mix. You know what? Let's give me something good. Ow. Oh, a fairy lantern. You know, that's okay. I'll take that. Oh god. Oh god, I hear it. Oh no. Hurry up. Is it gonna take my backpack? Please no. My stuff. Mom, what the heck? I was holding on to. Where am I? Help me. Heckin'. Oh. Where am I? Okay, where's my stuff? Where's anything? Okay, help. Alright. Everything's good. I'm a little pointy. But it's all good, man. It's all good, man. Okay. That sounded like Oak from Pokemon Snap during a Jar Jar Binks impression. You so were close. Is that what you wanted? Most people just have headphones on the train in your city. I wish that were true for my city, but I feel like a lot of people these days are eschewing headphones. You know, I'm gonna drop the warp fungus. You know, I'm gonna throw the warp fungus. Take the glider. Wow. A lot of people on my city have been eschewing headphones. I hope I'm not just going back to the start after that tornado got me turned around. So I'll hear people on the train just having like full-on FaceTime conversations with one another where I can hear both halves of the conversation. People like scrolling through their TikTok feeds at full blast. Also a lot of people with Bluetooth speakers, and I think I spoke of this on stream last night too, is that people just come onto the train with like a Bluetooth speaker like clipped to their bag or in a pouch in their bag and are just blasting music for the whole train to hear, and I don't get it. You were speaking to your brother, and even during conversation you heard my Jar Jar impression. What have you made me say? That's the tornado that tried to kill my dad. I think that tornado's alive. Okay, apparently the glider will stop you from taking sun damage in the mesa. Yeah. Oh. I feel like I'm getting further away from where I need to go. This is correct. This is correct. It's cactus hell. Something about hearing a person scroll Instagram on speakerphone is uniquely matted and yellow wallpapering you. I think it's like the constant changing stimuli. Like just the constant changing sounds, all these loud music and everything being blasted. Do I want to change any of this out for the water bottle? Not really. My bonus stamina's full, I think. Oh no, I was missing a little bit. There used to be a guy on the bus that talked about aliens and how you were heartless. Kept singing Party in the USA at times, but like with the Born in the USA melody, so he probably forgot the lyrics. That was all he sang. Oh my. No, I assume not the Kingdom Hearts Heartless, but that would make it a little more interesting. Alright. Woo! I'm gonna lose some bonus stamina, but that's okay. Oof. Burning up a little bit. I really like this glider. This is one of the new items added in the most recent big update. And I'm quite fond of it. It has saved my bacon more than once. I just have to be careful I don't let it drain all my extra stamina. Because it really wants to pick you up and take you into the air. It wants to show you the world. Shining, shimmering, dancing, however that goes. It was Soren 40 years. I was in Kingdom Hearts. You remember Kingdom Hearts? It used to be big, you know, all the kids were talking about Kingdom Hearts. I'm not a Kingdom Hearts person, but I hope, because I've heard 3 was kind of light on the Disney stuff. I hope that they just continue to add worlds where Sora and Co get to wear costumes. Because what I've played of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, that was one of my favorite aspects, is when they would dress up to fit in whatever world they were in. I like that. My bonus stamina! I'm burning. Can I borrow some money for a bus ticket? You mean money? M-U-N-N-Y. They only showed off one world, because I heard that they showed off Coco. And that Sora and Co were wearing sort of Dia de los Muertos face paint, which I haven't seen a picture of, but it's just cool that they have that. Has anyone here seen the other skeleton movie that people are like, oh, Coco ripped this one off, but I think they were in development simultaneously? The Book of Life. I seem to recall I liked how they rendered skeletons in that better with the glowing pinpricks of light for their eyes rather than the big googly eyes. Yeah, sure, I'll eat this. No, I don't want to set my piton. Book of Life is on your watch list. I've only seen it once, and it was because a friend streamed it. That's how I've seen a lot of movies, actually, is a friend just streaming it. I'm like, yeah, okay. Someone's going to stream a movie, I can sit down and watch it, sure. That's how I've seen... What have I seen that way? I've seen Fargo. I've seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I've seen Kubo and the Two Strings. I've seen Knives Out. I need to see Glass Onion. I really like Knives Out. We need to bring back, like, the detective thriller. Just the classic detective story. Maury, you've barely seen any of them. I know, but I just like it aesthetically? Narratively? I don't know. I like books of that ilk, too. I'm a Sherlock Holmes enjoyer. You may or may not have known that I am a Sherlock Holmes enjoyer by the fact that when I play online games, like on the Switch, my username is Moriarty, with 2 R's, granted. There's a 3rd film in that franchise. I've heard Sheep Detective is good. I actually have a hold on that book in the library, believe it or not. Ooh, a rescue claw, I want that. I'm gonna have to dump something for it, though. What do I want to dump for it? I don't know if I should dump my only source of food. What am I gonna use? I feel like I would probably use the anti-rope cannon. Like, I'm least likely to use it. I guess I could just fire it up here and hope it takes me somewhere good. It probably won't, though. I can't even just, like, fire it into the distance. I'm gonna kick my backpack away. Wow. Really hope I didn't kick my backpack down the mountain. Really hope I didn't kick my backpack down the mountain. No, we're good. Okay. I'm gonna shove my marshmallow in here. Oof. I'm gonna take this rescue claw. My art tag on Blue Sky is also Moriarty because it's a pun. Whoa, my controls went weird for a second there. Are they still weird? Are we okay? I lost sound. Oh man, I lost sound. Did my... Oh, my headphones got unplugged. I was like, what happened? Did my game wig out? No. That's funny. Okay, woof. Okay, we're safe, I can hear. Anyway, yes, my art tag, or at least my tag for art of Mori, is Moriarty. I kind of wish I had made just, like, a regular, like, tag for my own doodle specifically, because I just use art for that, if it's my own doodles specifically. But I wish I had made a bespoke art tag, because sometimes tagging stuff under art, you get like, bots that immediately like it. But what can you do? I mean, the one good pun I had was Moriarty, and that's what I want to use for art of Mori. I kind of also feel bad in a way, like, oh, if I tag things with art, like such a general tag, people are going to think, oh, she's just doing it for attention, but it's for my own categorization. When I look at my Bsky and I can view all post-tagged art by user, I can see all of my art, which the bird site didn't let me do. After playing Great Ace Attorney, you started to yearn for those old British-like mysteries, but more in your mind than actually watching, playing, or reading stuff. I need to finish the second Great Ace Attorney. One of those games I played a good chunk of, and then I got sidetracked and didn't finish, even though I liked it a lot. I like Susato-san. Susato's great. You can't have an Ace Attorney game without a weird girl sidekick. Can I get up here, or is it too foggy? I don't know. God, the mesa's just tunnels forever. I do have my rescue claw that I could use, but I'm afraid it'll be too foggy there, and then I'll just... like, I'll clip into nothing. I'll get launched off. Oh, whatever. Oh! Okay. I know why I know so many people that are too afraid to use the rescue claw. It's great. Like, yeah, there's always a moment during every use where you're fearing for your life, but that's just part of the fun of the rescue claw. You know what, Money and anyone else, have you read Sherlock Holmes? Or enjoyed any of the countless adaptations of it? But really, it's all public domain. I have print copies of them because I like reading printed books more than ebooks. But you could just go on like Project Gutenberg and read them for free. You know about my rescue claw antics. Unfortunately, it's not visible on the recording of Luce's side of things. But during my I'm stuck on a cactus, during my peak collab on Sunday before, I was standing on a ledge on the shore with my rescue claw out, and Kopo, who was also playing with us, was walking below me, and as I had the rescue claw out, he was in the crosshairs of my rescue claw, and just impulsively, I grabbed him with it without saying anything to him beforehand, not even a warning like, hey, I'm gonna grab you with this and yank you up there. And he went sailing up and then over me and then down off the mountain. And I felt so bad. I mean, I cracked up. You could definitely hear me in the recording, like just losing it. But I felt very bad. Mystery of the Speckled Van. Yes, that is the one with the snake, correct. You rarely heard me laugh that hard. Just the combined mortification of thinking I had, oh good, injured one of my friends irrevocably. I'm so glad you didn't take any damage. If you had taken any damage, I never would have lived it down. Made you smile as you were dying. No, you weren't. You said you didn't take any damage from that. It was fine. It was fine. Oh no. Oh, oh. Oh, I failed to jump there. Oh, that was a little scary. Dying laughing. Okay, good. Could just use my rescue claw to get up there. But see, I'm going to be cheap about it. It's like I only have so many uses of it. And if I can get up there without using the rescue claw, wouldn't that be better? No, heckin'. Okay, but I can't seem to jump off there. I guess I could try going up the other way, too. Oh. You've seen Knives Out, but you don't remember it that well or the culprit, so you can watch it again like a mystery. Maybe I should watch it again, too. And to see Glass Onion. I've heard someone say somewhere that every time they release a new Benoit Blanc movie, he should have a different accent, and they never explain it. Like his really thick southern drawl. At first I thought it would be jarring hearing Daniel Craig speak with a southern drawl, but no. Oh, no, 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 I don't want to hold this cactus. No, no, I don't want to hold this cactus. No! No, I'm dead because of the cactus. No! No! What the heck, man? Yeah, cover my face with the funerary shroud. No! Heckin' my run! No! I got spiked. Heck it, that didn't take long. I got time for another one. Heckin'. Oh, I got spiked. I shouldn't have tried to pick up that cactus, but it was in my way, so I thought I'll just pick it up and I'll yeet it off the mountain. Oops. Man, I hate it when I die and my pockets are full of stuff. That feels bad. Okay, so I said for my backup, if I perish partway through, there was an alternate mode I wanted to try. So I'm gonna go custom run. I'm gonna go to stupid stuff. I'm gonna turn on grapple mode. I've been wanting to try this. I do classic run. We're gonna climb all the way to the peak. You keep everything on. I've never tried grapple mode, but I've been very curious about it. He also has a southern accent in Logan Lucky, but he's not foghorn leghorning it up though, so it sounds more... I don't hear southern accents very often, just based on where I live in Canada. So I don't know how exaggerated his accent is, or if there's a part of like the southern US that you would associate with it, or if it's just like over the top and you can't place it. All right, I have this. Hello, Bun. You just missed me pick up a cactus and then fall off the mountain with the cactus in my hands and perish. I spiked myself. But now, because of that, I feel like doing another full climb would take longer than I wanted to stream this afternoon, so what I'm going to try instead, which I've never tried, is this infinite use rescue claw mode, which I've never done, but I've been very curious about. So, I've been told your stamina while climbing is bad. I don't know how bad. Ow, I already took damage, nice. Oh, you saw that, wonderful. But I want to try this infinite use rescue claw. And I've already injured myself, so that's a good sign. It'll be good practice. I'd like to get better with the rescue claw, because I realized how powerful it is. Although I also think it's probably best used when playing solo, unless you need to yank a friend up, which I've definitely done. But using it to climb and then getting way ahead of your friends probably isn't nice. Unless you are all on the infinite use rescue claw mode. Oh, it's specifically an accent from Louisiana in Knives Out, I see. I wonder if this would be easier with like mouse and keyboard. I play with controllers, you can probably tell by my UI in the bottom right. The D-pad buttons there. Whee! One of these days I want to get the badge for completing a climb in under an hour. And I think I could have done it once if I hadn't done a bunch of extra stuff. But, oh well. Oh, well, you really do suck at climbing. Your stamina just goes. Oh boy, the scary thing is you gotta put that thing away before you can grab. I also wonder what the cooldown is between firing it and being able to fire it again. I don't think I can fire it rapidly in succession in midair. Oh, let's hydrate. I'll do that. I'll fix my posture too. We never left Lego Island. I'm still in purgatory. Your stamina is terrible, not enough to climb at all. You must trust entirely in the power of, ooh, the claw. I'm gonna, don't fire myself directly into that spike. Whoa! I feel like I barely have enough stamina just to, like, safely let myself down. Whee! Oh, just poke myself a little bit. I need to aim above and drop down rather than just aim below. I think so. I need to teach myself to do that, because the habit with the rescue claw is that I aim like just below a little ledge that I could reliably climb up. Whoa, but now I have to let it launch me over that, since climbing up is not really an option. Hopefully I don't launch myself like up and over anything. How useful is this energy drink going to be if I can't climb? Let's find out. Yeah, not good at all. Had to know. Oh. Sure, I'll open that. What you got for me? Oh, exactly the same thing. Weird. Deja vu. Wee! Whoa. You feel a bit weird about Daniel Craig. You know him as James Bond, but you don't view him really as James Bond in your mind because you saw GoldenEye before that and maybe clips of Sean Connery. I think I have a soft spot for James Bond movies, if you didn't know that. Even though, yeah, they could be very sexist and uncomfortable to watch sometimes. But I like goofy action movies with fun stunts and set pieces, and the James Bond movies, oh boy, I have a lot of those. But I don't think I have a favorite Bond, and I haven't seen every James Bond movie. That's part of it. I can't weigh in on like Timothy Dalton or anything. I haven't seen Her Majesty's Secret Service. On Her Majesty's Secret Service, however that goes. Will this take me anywhere? Let's find out. I'm really glad you can't drop this rescue claw. Because I would have found a way to drop it already by now. Pierce Brosnan is your Bond given your age, but Craig is a good one too. Yeah, I like Daniel Craig's Bond. I remember when he was announced, there was a lot of complaining, like, but you can't have a James Bond who has blonde hair and blue eyes. Like, I don't think it really matters. I think he could still be a super spy if he has blonde hair and blue eyes. It's fine. Whoop. James Blunt was a common headline. Man, people will pick the weirdest things to die on. You know, I don't even remember what this one does. I think... Is this the infinite stamina one? Let's find out. Yes. I think you can do this lunge faster on mouse and keyboard, but whatever. Alright, there was a little bubble of, like, infinite stamina. Cool. Can I reach? Nope. The rescue claw does not reach as far as I... Whoa, I think it can. You know, I saw some people speculate about Idris Elba being James Bond, but what I think I'd like to see is just Idris Elba, starring just as his own super spy? Oh, bother. Ow. Oh, no, I'm ragdolling. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm ragdolling. No, I'm ragdolling. Oh, boy, I'm fine. Unless they rewrite Bond so he's not kind of misogynistic. Because I like Idris Elba. But I feel like he's so classy. Unless we get a really classy Bond. I would like that, actually. I'd like to see the Idris Elba Bond, the classier Bond? You really like On Her Majesty's Secret Service. I should watch that one, just to give Mr. Dalton a chance. God, not accurate to the James Bond lore. Oh my god, if he's not a white man. Oh my god, the lore, ugh. Again, nerds pick the weirdest hills to die on. This character has very rarely ever been consistent. Can he do cool stunts and wear a suit? There you go. There's your criteria for a Bond. I'm just going right back down. Oh, was that George Lazenby? I had it in my head that was the Timothy Dalton one. Sorry, that was the sole George Lazenby. Who isn't that good, but you'll forgive it. Man, it was like right there, and then I took a tumble. Yeah, I didn't know hair and eye color were such vital aspects to becoming a super spy. You watched a short once with Christoph Waltz talking about how the new Bond casting has to make sense to the story. And it's like, yeah, it's a fictional character. You can rewrite the story. But also, like, I really don't think Bond's appearance or race or anything has any real effect on the plot at all. He's just a guy that MI6 throws at problems to make them stop. Or he goes off and does his own thing and then makes more problems. Yeah, there's been so many Bonds. I've seen that too. It's not really an individual, it's more of a title, right? You know, the 007, the Bond title going to someone else. Oh, this was not good. It didn't take me high enough. Boy, this is a lot trickier than I thought it would be because your stamina really is so bad. This is gonna send me sailing over this. Oh, okay, we're fine. The worst thing about the Daniel Craig movies is trying to serialize them. I think... what was the last Craig Bond? Was it No Time to Die? That one, I didn't like that one. I didn't like how it ended. It left a bad taste in my mouth, which I won't say why. Yeah, I forgot to put my claw away. I won't say why, because I don't want to spoil things, you know, just in case someone wants to watch it and they care about that. I don't want to be a hypocrite. Whoa, where am I? The Curse of the MCU. God, I was seeing posts like, here's all the movies and all the things you need to rewatch to prepare for the new MCU movie. If you only watch 2 hours a day up until release, you can do it. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're essentially asking people to, like, attend a college lecture series to keep up with these movies and their lore. Also, welcome. Pierce Brosnan is a good Bond. I do like GoldenEye quite a bit. And more than once on stream, I have absolutely said, I am invincible, because it's a good line. Thanks, Boris. One of these days I should play GoldenEye, as in the N64 game. But I also know, well, I was going to say it's on NSO, but trying to do it without an N64 controller, I think would be absolutely miserable, knowing what Banjo-Tooie was like trying to control with a right stick rather than discrete C buttons during the first-person shooter segments. So I assume GoldenEye would just be an extension of that suffering. Consume media. You must consume media. You must base your whole sense of personhood around the media that you consume and your tastes in media and what other people, the media that they enjoy. That must be the sole way you relate to other people. Media consumption. That's what I've heard, that there's a recomp of GoldenEye. Oh, and Perfect Dark. That I didn't know. Okay, that I could look into. I'm so close. Over here. Wow. I wonder if the regular rescue claws are finite use because we don't have enough change to insert into the back. Oh boy. Ooh. Whee! Up and over. Making continuity accessible is a hard thing to balance in anything long-running. Yeah, and movies don't have a lot of time to reestablish past stuff, so it's tough when, I guess, you want to do something serialized, but at that point you kind of get the feeling that maybe a movie isn't the best medium for the story you want to tell. Double Omori of his Prime Minister's mounted police. Golly, I've not been on horseback in years. The movies that have flashbacks to things that have things that happened 10 minutes ago, but you know, the average audience retention is not high enough to remember. We need to be reminded. We need to also have every flashback painstakingly explained, so we know exactly what every character is thinking and feeling in every moment. Heaven forfend, you have to think for yourself and interpret what is a narrative trying to tell. What is this story trying to communicate? How do I feel? How is this making me feel? Gonna light this. Oof. Do I have any other food in my bag? I guess this airline food. I'll just eat that. There we go. Yeah, I've seen like some of the original MCU stuff. I've seen some of it. I've seen Iron Man. I think I've seen all. Yeah, I've seen three Iron Man movies. Don't tell me there's more than 3 Iron Man movies. There probably is at this point. I don't want to know. I've seen 2 of the Thor movies. Thor Ragnarok I thought was genuinely a very fun movie. I liked that one. I think that one understood the assignment. What else have I seen? I haven't seen... Have I seen any of the... Actually, I might have seen, like, one Avengers movie, like the first one, but that's it. It's a little sad, yeah, because I have a soft spot in my heart for superheroes. Not, like, MCU or DC comic book heroes, per se, but just, like... using your secret identity to go out and help people. That's always resonated with me, even from a very young age. I think one of the reasons I like Darkwing Duck so much is that was sort of part of the fantasy, or maybe what introduced the fantasy to me. I remember running around the house with a cape, a blanket around my shoulders like a cape, and drawing myself as a superhero with like a mask and cape. I think my colors were like purple and orange, which were maybe not the greatest colors, but when you're like 4 years old, you don't really have a grasp of color theory. You just like, you know, whatever looks nice. Oh boy, even scaling down is very bad. Ow. Shouldn't have done that. Should have used my rescue claw to get down. Oh well, hindsight's 20/20. Netflix wants their shows and movies to have frequent exposition to remind people what the plot is, because people will watch Netflix while browsing their phone or whatever. God. Like, just... why? What's the point at that time? Or what's the point at that point? It reminds me, I saw advertised that, I don't know what streaming services, if it's Netflix or Hulu, but they want to do like scrollable reels of moments from their most popular movies and shows. So now you can just watch the best moments in an easily scrollable feed, completely devoid of context. So you just get these little bite-sized pieces of famous movies and shows. And what's the point? Oh, I've seen some of those Fleischer Studios Superman cartoons. I had some of them on VHS. I used to have these VHS collections of old cartoons, and those were on there. Some very strong, I seem to recall, like Art Deco designs to them, although it's been a while. That's right, I fell to the ground after grabbing a cactus. I really need something to heal all this injury. Oof. Oh, a purple kingberry. I mean, that won't heal my injury, but it's good for hunger. I guess I should make use of this rescue claw and stop trying to climb, like is my habit. In the Netflix Avatar series, they constantly stop the show to announce self-evident stuff in case you looked away. It's agony. Absolute agony. Blech. I would go bananas watching something with so little regard for my intelligence. Uh-oh, I'm still in the goop cloud. I'm gonna have to let this poison go away. Great. Maybe I can see a box of the first aid kit or something in the interim, but I'm doubtful. Any divine providence for me? Divine providence? This won't heal this poison, will it? No. The bonus stamina is nice, though. This is why you watch streamers, because you don't want to further ruin your attention span. I hope that I can help with that. I try to be reasonably well-spoken and thoughtful and articulate. Reasonably, I mean, I am playing video games on the internet where my attention is half diverted by a chat. But I try, and I try and give that space for other people, too, who want to have a thoughtful conversation about games and books and movies and whatever, rather than this consume culture. Let me up. Whoa, scary. Yeah, well, I'm thinking about stuff that treats you like a little baby who cannot understand story and narrative arcs. You should play Angeline Era, which is a game I streamed a little while ago. But you should play Angeline Era. I think it's getting a console release on September 2nd? September something. But I like the narrative in that game a lot, and the gameplay generally. It doesn't explain things to you, it doesn't tell you how to do things, it doesn't talk down to you. It trusts your intelligence as a gamer, as an enjoyer of stories. I am falling down. No, no, no. I refuse. It is the second. Wonderful. Give us divine providence. Whoa. Oh, it's scary when I hit my head on something. First aid kit. First aid kit. Please, I'm so sore and achy. Woo. Whoa. But I really got to be careful about my stamina bottoming out, is that if you've seen when your stamina bottoms out and you get that red X where my cursor in the center is, that means when you fall you're going to ragdoll and you're going to take a lot more damage. So running out of stamina is very bad. Whoa. I gotta lunge more. Wow. Oh, there's a suitcase. Can I reach it? Maybe. Wow. Maury, you don't have to go wow every time, but I do. Because it's fun. It's my scout going, wow, wow. Let me up, let me up, let me up before I get caught by the waterfall or something. First aid kit, bandages, something, balloon. Happy birthday to me. If I get one more balloon, I could take flight. It's a charm point, the wow. Is Angeline Era the one where I ate something horrendous? Yes. It sure is. God, what a funny game. That game is so funny. I love it when games are not afraid to prank their players just a little bit. Speaking of, I did think about playing Silksong today, but then I thought I want to do something a little chill. And I did say specifically more Silksong Tuesday, so that will be Tuesday. That, and I wanted to do a quote-unquote not super long stream this afternoon. So whenever this climb ends or fails miserably, I should stop. Unless it ends really early, and then I'll do a mini run of the last biome. But hopefully that doesn't happen. But, Silksong has been on my mind. People have been dumb about ignoring obvious details in stories to begin with, but it must be frustrating to explicitly create something for an audience that is expected to pay zero attention. Like, yeah, that's just soul-crushing. I mean, even these days, as an artist, with just how the internet is filled with so much noise and there's so much of the algorithm, quote unquote, that one must contend with, that it feels like throwing your work into a void. And now it feels like so many people, don't want to pay attention or just can't be bothered to. And I know I said this a couple weeks ago during Silksong, but for me, it's not about like the big numbers. I'm not looking for big numbers or popularity per se, but I want to be able to make things that resonate with people. And I hope that the people who will find resonance with the things I make are able to find my work, if that makes sense. Just waiting for these to pop when I'm like over something terrible. There they go. Okay. Let's go back to that suitcase and see if there's anything good in there. Just how soul-crushing must it be to make work that is essentially meant to be disposable, that people just consume and then throw away like a banana peel. Oh, a jetpack. That's not really going to help me. I mean, maybe a little bit, I guess, but I'd rather have my backpack for my applesauce. You know what? folks in chat, are there other, I guess it doesn't have to be games, books, shows, anything that you can think of that you've experienced in recent memory that you thought respected your intelligence? Also, hello, Saucy, how are you? Welcome. We're just talking about, I was going to say media literacy, but that's not quite right. I guess deliberately paying attention and absorbing to the media that you, I don't even want to say consuming, really, that you are engaging with. Where's my claw? There it is. My Dr. Claw. Media literacy. Like paying attention to the books you're reading, the games you're playing, the movies you're watching, and thinking about what are they trying to communicate? What are the themes here? You know, how is this making me feel? Which isn't to say that everything needs to be full of themes or thoughtful. Sometimes you just want turn your brain off dopey action movie or the book or game equivalent of such, and that's fine too. But I think going into everything was sort of this, I don't want to say brainless, but thoughtless, maybe? Like, I'm just going to scroll through it and consume it and then forget about it immediately after. You watched Park Chan-wook's No Other Choice, and that was a great one. What was that about? Sports strength. I'm going to cook that. I was really hoping for, I think, the campfire heal me? I think it'll heal me. Umineko, I should look into, even though it's so long, but I'm curious about it. Oh, a cure-all, nice. Okay, so if this doesn't help me, well, the cure-all will. By this, I mean the campfire. It's complicated because just by virtue of there being more things to read, see, do, and play, there's going to be vastly increased competition. The lower the barriers to entry become, the worse the next barrier becomes. I guess that's part of it too. I do like that. I got a little healing. I do like that, you know, making stuff is easier now really than it's ever been, making and sharing things with other people. But actually getting that stuff seen is much harder because so much is algorithmic. Slurp, okay. And I hate the feeling of I'm just throwing my work into a void, you know? Even as far back as 2016, you were seeing rumblings of publishers letting amateurs being a real huge mistake because they were stealing the visibility from quote-unquote real writers. God, that's so frustrating. What's also frustrating about books and publishing these days is apparently a lot of publishing houses will not do the PR work and whatnot that publishers are ostensibly supposed to be doing. Now publishers, before they'll even look at you or your manuscript, they expect you to have like big social media followings and to already have people buying into the hype of your book. And then I just feel like more and more that leaves so many authors at the wayside if they don't have those big social media followings, because getting big followings is a big crapshoot. Even if you're writing the best book ever written, if no one sees it, then no one will know it exists. And that's so frustrating. I hear you, Tornado. I'm not interested in what you're selling, Tornado. Please respect my wishes, Tornado. I'm watching you. Oh boy. Keep walking. Keep walking. Lest it fling me into a cactus again. Tornadoes respect nothing. Please respect my privacy in this trying time. I still don't have the badge for surviving an antlion attack. Maybe if I had fortified milk or something, I'd try it. But I don't. Oh, go. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hurry up. Here it comes. Oh, heckin'. No. I'm fine. I'm fine. Save me, Rescue Claw. Rescue Claw, save me. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. Oh, you're writing down all the important text in Umineko. You're really paying attention. Without giving too much away, it's about a successful father losing his long-time job and then going through a really vicious cycle of trying to find some way to provide for his family, as well as maintaining his sanity under the weight of societal and personal expectations. That sounds like it could be very stressful, but I'm not good with tragedies and bad things happening to people. No. Oh god. My stamina. I can't hold on to the mountain for very long. Okay, don't get stuck between the cacti. It was very clutch. Clutching my rescue claw desperately to my chest. I should be using this to traverse, really. It's much faster. I'm just a little scared, I guess. Woo! I was thinking, I hope I find a glider, but I won't have any stamina to use the glider, so that's a moot point. Plus, I don't need it. I have the rescue claw to get me across the canyon. Stop giving me energy drinks. Not useful. That tornado is coming to give me exposure. Please, I'm already being exposed to the sun. Artists can only take so much exposure. Oops, stop burning, stop burning, stop burning. Okay. Wee oh. No bother. Where? What? No, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that at all. Oh. Alright, well, I'll just take advantage of the infinite stamina, I guess. Hobble up the mountainside as I take burning damage. Woo! Okay, okay, okay. I'm good. I'm fine. Woof. You hear artists love exposure, and they love it when that's how they're paid. Ugh. I know the company I work for has done some nonsense in the past where it's like, hey, we want employees to design our Pride t-shirts, but the winning design, any of the like designs, we're not going to compensate you or anything. We're just going to give you like a free t-shirt. We're not going to like give you any of the royalties from like any designs we sell. And it's not like the designs like buying them, they go towards LGBTQA charities or anything. It's just, you know, just to support it. Show off your pride, but we're not going to pay our artists for it. And that really rankles me. Especially when it's something like Pride, which is so important to so many people. Compensate your artists. Mori, you're burning to death. Mori, get to the shade. Mori, you're going to pass out. I'm fine. No, I can still hear that tornado even though it's all the way over there. I think if I eat this winter berry, I think it will cure my burn, so I don't have to sit around as long. Let's see. Nice. The exposure is so hot you need a fan base to cool you down. Woo. Whoa, boy. Woo. Yes, you do need to go woo every time you soar through the air. Woo! I am glad, as an artist who does art for a hobby, that I just do it as a hobby. I remember for years I considered a career in art and even went to art school briefly for a time and then realized this is not a good fit for me. And I resent the fact that I'm grateful I never pursued that career path just because of how terrible it is for people these days. Like I see so many artists I know and even ones that I don't, just on my periphery, that are struggling because things are terrible for freelancers and people are trying to use god-awful AI art rather than paying actual artists. Yeah, we don't care if it looks like crap if it means we get to save some money off of paying people. Oop, nope. Is that a scorpion? It sure is. Is that some dynamite? It sure is. Where'd the scorpion go? Eat. Okay, I don't know if I got the scorpion, but we'll find out. Well, spicy, spicy, spicy. Is there a dead scorpion somewhere? I guess not. Oh, normally I'd take that chain launcher, but my stamina is so low, I don't think I could use it. I think my stamina would just bottom out immediately if I tried. I remember the first time I realized you could pick up scorpions in this game, which I thought was fun. I'm like, oh, hello, it looks so angy. And then it stabbed me, and well, I didn't die, but I passed out from the poison. He was very angy. But, you know, I would also be pretty ornery if somebody just abruptly picked me up and started staring at me in the face and going, you look so angy. Whoa. Oh boy, sometimes it launches me lower than I think it's going to. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Having actual artists making your stuff is seen as a moral debate. Ugh. People just use any excuse to cheap out, won't they? Like, not with art, but I even see it at my workplace that they're really trying to cut hours and just make it so they don't have to pay people as much. Like, even when, like, there are times when we really need more people because we can't maintain, like, certain health and safety standards, or just keep things stocked because we don't have enough people to do it. And, like, we could have enough people. There were people willing to work who want the hours, but the company's like, no. What about our profits? Our CEO needs another yacht. Yeah, that's right. Having actual artists do something doesn't enrich the shareholders. What about the shareholders? Ow. My shareholders, by which I mean my ankles. I used a rescue claw here last time. Oh boy. Okay, we're good. Oh god, that's terrifying. Okay, nope, no good. No good. Okay, close to it. Look, there's the cactus that killed me, I'm pretty sure. That one right there. And my crosshairs, I think that might be the one. Or if it's not the cactus, it's... No, I don't think it's... It wasn't this cactus, just kidding. You're innocent cactus. It was another cactus on a ledge somewhere. But it was near here. Was it this cactus? I don't think it was. It was a cactus that was kind of on the rock that I wanted to pick up and throw so I would have a clean jump without it getting in the way, but it got stuck to my hands and, well... Well, okay. Dynamite kills bugs dead some of the time. Yoink. Okay. Where am I going from here? This way? Wow. Nope. 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 Pew. Oh boy. Sometimes I think it's not gonna go far enough to actually take me to where I grappled to, and I think I'm just gonna fall pathetically. This is not a good idea. This is not a good idea. But it worked out. Okay, well, no. Ooh, where am I? Where am I? Use the rescue claw, Mori. Nope. No. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Sometimes it just doesn't take. Okay, what if I go this way instead? Oh, but the sun's coming up. It's gonna get spicy over here. I don't like that. Can I not latch on? Okay. Ooh. Let me up. God, the thought of people not making art and just recycling trends of the past is truly depressing. I hope it doesn't come to that. I hate that there's still people out there saying, yeah, if I just plug some commands into an LLM, I'm making art. No, you're not. You're just regurgitating stolen content. It's okay if you're an amateur artist. Everybody had to start somewhere. Everybody had to start drawing, you know, stick figures on pencil and paper. And isn't it more fun to just, oh, I'm not getting that luggage, to learn along the way? Isn't seeing your growth satisfying? Even myself as an artist who often feels frustrated at the things I create, feeling that they could be better, that I like being able to look back at the things I've made and go, wow, I did that. Yeah, sorry, Gen AI, not LLM, sorry, not language, sorry. But that. But yeah, I don't know, it's so much more satisfying to be able to look back at stuff that you made and say, I did that. I want to be able to take more pride in my art. Oh. Okay. Whee! Mori, you were really playing with fire. Quite literally. Yeah, I know. I play this game like a lunatic. What can I say? Doing co-op peak with Mori is not for the faint of heart. I'm so sorry, Nox. God, I'm so sorry. You know what? Mod Copo, can I ask you really nicely, and this feels even self-aggrandizing to me, can you find on Beesky the Ralsei that I painted a while ago? I'm still proud of that. Usually after a bit, I look at my art and I'm like, I just see all the flaws, but I still like that Ralsei I painted. This was not... Oh boy. Ow, that was not a good spot. Where? Oh, now I've taken so much damage. Where? Yeah, the one that was kind of monochrome. I started off as monochrome. I do that while painting sometimes, is that I'll paint in monochrome and then I'll use another layer above it to add color to it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ooh, okay. Oh, I'm burning up. Uh-oh, I am burning up. I need to get out of the heat or I'm gonna pass out. I need to get out of the heat or I'm gonna pass out. Oh boy. Oh, I don't have anything in here to cure that. I mean, I have bonus stamina I can use, but yeah, that's not great. Oh, I have the cure-all. Forgot I had it. I was looking at it like it's a food item. There we go. Forgot I had that. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you for sharing my painting of Ralsei. A very important character to me. Where do I want to go up from here? I need to find stuff that I can stand on. But what can I stand on? And taking blind shots with the rescue claws is not sensible. Gee, how close is the fog to me? Because I'm probably going to have to go out to the heat to make a shot. Unless there's anything up here, but I doubt it. Oh, I can stand on this for all the good that does me. Not really anything. Whoop. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to proceed over here. Okay, get out of the burning, 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 get out of the burning. No, I don't. I want this. Oh god, where am I? No! What have I done? Oh, I'm fine. Everything is fine. I mean, I've descended quite a bit, unfortunately. And I'm still burning up. Maybe there's something good in this luggage. Oh, there's multiple luggages and a scorpion. Hello, scorpion. Sure, I'll eat this granola bar. Hi, Scorpion. Whoop. Yeet. It almost stung me down there. Did you see that? Its tail flashed. Oh, a first aid kit. Yeah, I'll take that. I might want to save that, actually. Along with my cure-all. Because I'm probably going to take even more fall damage now that I've realized how easy it is to injure yourself in this mode. There are some things you thought while playing Chapter 5 where you just thought, or sorry, sometimes when you were playing Chapter 5 where you thought that this is Mori. I am beyond honored to hear that. I think when a friend says that a character made them think of me, oh wow, a regular Rescue Claw, especially one that's so important to me as Ralsei, is a huge honor. I hope that doesn't sound weird. But it's nice to be thought of. It's nice to be perceived by friends, you know? Like, wow, it's me, I'm real. I think. Okay, let's go over here. Yeehaw. Maybe I went yeehaw prematurely. Yeehaw? Whoa. Bun, if you're still here, you said you've played this mode before. Did you make it to the top? Uh-oh. Oh, no. No. Oh, heckin'. Save me. Oh, where am I? Where am I? Dear God. Oh, that happens so often. Can I dual wield Rescue Claws and actually have myself? Unfortunately, no. It is a two-handed device. Well, time to use... This has one use left, so let's just use it. Free up the space in my bag. Okay. Thank you, Cure-All. You're a real one. Cure-All was a big hand the first time I took on the Gloom. Whoa! Ugh. Yeah, honestly, I have a screenshot of that bit saved, and I think of it a lot. In fact, the other week I almost posted it on Beesky, just because it was running through my head. As someone who has a very complicated relationship with their own voice. And as soon as I saw that line from Ralsei about how he's okay with the sound of his own voice, that really got me. Because just, oh God, same buddy. Even listening to myself in VODs is still weird sometimes. I feel like I have a very nasal voice, a very unusual voice. And sometimes I'm okay with it, but sometimes I think, boy, how does anyone put up with it? How nasal it is. If I had to, I could be Spider Mori. Whoa. I hope Peter Parker at least sometimes goes, woo, every time he swings. My voice is unusual, that's why it's rad. I gotta remember that. Oh, hi. Nope, nope, don't do that. Bye! Uh-oh, well, where is it? Where is it? Well, it didn't fling me off the mountain, that's all I care about. Was it in the suitcase? No, I don't know where it is. I'll take the sports drink. I will put one of these in my bag. I've just been carrying this anti-rope cannon just for the weight reduction, because using it I don't think would be a good idea considering my utter lack of stamina. I'm just gonna yeet. Yeet! There it goes. I'm gonna take the medicinal route instead because of the curative properties. Since I keep hurting myself. I want... give me that. Okay, there we go. Slightly less battered and bruised. For now. But I'm sure that will change very rapidly. Oh, hello, double dynamite, triple dynamite. Over here looks okay. Oh boy. Oh, man. No. Oh, thank you. I'm really happy to hear that. I just need to be more at peace with my voice. But as I said, it really depends on the day. Sometimes I feel good about it and how unusual it is, and I'm proud of it. But every once in a while, someone will say, like, I get crap about it at work sometimes because it's too soft. I've gotten so much crap over the years because my voice is very soft. Which also causes some problems with my microphone. I have the sensitivity high, so it can capture my voice, but of course that gets more background noise. Sometimes I have to go into VODs and, like, I have to edit out, like, chair noises or desk noises. Like, if you can hear me hitting the desk like that, it's quite audible. Or if my chair hits the table, it's audible. Well, this isn't good. This is just wedged. I sound like I work as a librarian. I do take that as a big compliment, honestly. I would do that job. But you need, like, a library science degree for that. It's a competitive field. Whoa. Oh, this doesn't go anywhere. Okay, I was hoping this little nook would lead me somewhere, but it doesn't, so whatever. I'm just gonna scooch back out. Is this something? Does this go anywhere? I can't tell. There's really nothing to claw into. Let's go back down. Oh. I feel like there was some viable spots outside, but now where is outside? Where is anything? Oh god, I'm turned around in the mesa. It's just tunnels forever. Maybe I should go back that way. Ugh, because what's down here? Nothing. Where am I? Where is anything? Imagine if the tornado could follow me here. Maybe it'll take me up the mountain. Maybe there's something like above I can cling to. Oh, there's some cacti over here. Okay, here's something. Will it take me anywhere? I don't know, but let's look. Was this just a dead end before? It might have been. Anything around you, little cacti? On the other side of you, little cacti? Through here, maybe? Okay, there's something over here. There's outside. I mean, it's down, but it's outside. Oh, I thought this would be a good way to go, but evidently not. Can I get over there? Over here? Don't get stuck in the cactuses. Whoop, easy. Easy. And take two. Oop. I haven't really met a lot of librarians IRL either. When I think about librarians, I think about the librarian from my junior high school. Because I remember all the other kids didn't like her. It was always like, oh, she's so mean. I'm like, no, but she was always really nice to me. I think it's because I would always go into the library to read, especially during lunch. Or not junior high, sorry, high school. The high school librarian, people thought was really mean, but she was really nice to me, and I think because I'd always go in the library to quietly read at lunchtime. You know, and I'd check out books on the regular, which I remember her echoing a lot of kids don't, because they just weren't into it. Uh-oh. Can I get up here before I fall? Nope. 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 Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Help. Help. Oh, okay. Took a tumble, but we're still alive. Where am I? Time to fix. Time to fix. Come on, I at least want to get past the mesa. No, there. Oh boy, I didn't mean to do it so low. The real question is, will I perish from fall damage, or will the fog consume me first as I try and find a way out of here? Well, I don't want to go that far. Oop. Okay. Can I go over here, maybe? It's kind of near the edge of the map, but... Don't hit my head. Don't hit my head. Okay. New territory. Parasol. Oh, those won't really help me here. I mean, it'll actually... Okay. Hang on. Airline food. If I start tumbling and I can pull out the parasol fast enough, it'll save me. If I'm really quick, it might be hard with the rescue claw in my hands, though. My little paws. Oh, that's really cool that you were able to tell her, like, thank you for recommending Gregor the Overlander to you and saying what an impact that made. I bet she really appreciated that. I get the sense that, like, educators, librarians, etc. probably don't get that nearly enough from the kids under their charge. I think maybe that's why that one librarian was so nice to me. Oh, I'm going even closer to the edge of the map. It's the opposite of where I want to be. Or unless that's actually just the fog, and I'm lower than I thought I was. It might actually just be the fog. I don't know. It's hard to tell here. Get me on something I can stand on. Just get me on something I can stand on. Oh, that wasn't really a great idea, but I'm here. Ooh. Oh, also not a great idea. I think the fog is getting a little too close. Oh. I remember some teachers in school, like, exclaiming with surprise when they would see the things that I was reading. Like, I remember in social studies, and I think, was it high school? Yeah, in social studies in high school, I was reading Catch-22. My teacher came over to my desk because I had my copy sitting on. He's like, "You're reading that?" Yeah. I think it was my second time reading it, actually. Oh, I didn't want to use you. You're not what I want. Nope. So close. Let me up. Please, I swear I'm good for it. Let me up. What did I just cling to? Whoa. Where am I? Ugh, okay. I'm alive? Yeah, I feel like there's probably some teachers I probably would have gotten along very well with. Maybe if we'd met outside of an academic setting. But I've also had some pretty terrible teachers, too. I think you remember the really good ones and the really bad ones. In high school, initially for English class, I had two really great teachers who even some of the, oh boy, how I was with the, even some of the things they said still stuck with me. Like one of them saying, like when asked, like, how long should a story be? And one of them said, the length of a piece of string, which is as long as it needs to be. Which kind of stuck with me. But then it turned out these teachers had too many classes on their course load, and they had to drop one that they were teaching, and it wound up being ours. And we got a different English teacher for the rest of the year, and she was terrible. Rather than the previous teachers who would say, discuss with you your interpretation of a text, this teacher, she had very strict ideas of how you should view a piece of work, whether it be a novel or a short story or whatever, and if your interpretation was different from hers, you were wrong. And you couldn't argue a different interpretation because then she'd be like, no, you're wrong. Or I remember these like my good teachers saying, like, okay, if you get 9 out of 10 on a test, that's great, but you should look at, okay, where did that 1 point go? What can I do differently next time? And I remember like an assignment I'd turned in, I'd gotten like 9 out of 10 on it to this new teacher, and I asked her, where did I lose the point? Because you didn't, oh sure, you didn't leave any notes or anything. Like there were no red pen, there was nothing that would indicate where I lost those points for. But she refused to tell me. Like, did I make a grammatical error? Is there a spelling mistake? Did you just not like the points I made? No, it's a mystery. Okay, now that you've summed up Gregor the Overlander, I knew like the basic premise, but hearing it summed up like that, it sounds even cooler. I shouldn't need both of these. Hang on. Well, I have my fairy lantern actually, but I might want to use that in the gloom. I am going to cook this box of thick mints though, which every time I see it, I can't help but think of how absolutely revolting the concept of a thick mint sounds. So I'm going to put this in my bag. I don't know if I want to keep it, but just having it in my hands has been causing problems, and I don't need the parasol anymore. I'm going to dump that. Okay, on my hands. Actually, I want the fairy lantern in my hand too. Just in case. Just in case. Okay, is that everything here? Oh, heyo! Welcome, Boogie. You had a really good whimsical science teacher. He looked like Einstein and played volleyball on the teacher team. That's wonderful. You had an English teacher like that. She was infamous among the students. Oh no, like refusing to tell you what you did wrong. I did cook the thick mints. See? They're cooked. Don't give me that shaking your head. I think my brother wants to apply for a position in the Scud. This won't injure me, right? Right? Oh. What are the odds a frog grabs me out of midair? Which actually would be really funny. No, heckin'. No. I'm in the sleep. I need to get out of the sleep. Rescue Claw, can you target anything? Doesn't want to target anything? Okay. A Rescue Claw is allergic to whatever's going on here. Okay, let me out of the sleepy. Okay. You were reading something the other day about how a sadly large percentage of students, college English majors in the case, are nearly illiterate in the sense that they don't know how to comprehend what they read. Jeez. Now, I don't know if this is factual, but I remember reading somewhere that the way English and reading is being taught, at least in American schools right now, is about skimming the text and sort of grabbing words or phrases and then making an interpretation based on that, which, if that's true, is horrifying. But I don't know if that's factual, if that's what some schools are doing. So grain of salt and all that. But I could see that happening as sort of people wanting to go for, let's say, quantity over quality. That's what so much feels like in society these days. Quantity over quality. You were told to do that so you can confirm. Jeez, that's horrifying. Yeah, just skim. You'll figure it out. You'll get the gist of it. Because I remember seeing someone mention why that methodology to teaching might be why there are so many people on the internet that will, like, read a post and then misinterpret it. Like, they'll just pick on a few phrases and then assume the person who made the post is trying to say X, when really, if you read the post, it's clear that they were communicating Y, but you just kind of latch on to a few key phrases. Like that Twitter post of, I love pancakes. Oh, so you hate waffles? What? No, that's a whole other conversation like that. If you skim it, you can consume more. Oh, that's what the paper talked about. Students will browse a text and then try to extrapolate meaning based on a few things they understand and just assume books don't make sense in general. Oh, I'm falling off. Whoops. Ugh, that makes my heart hurt. Especially as someone who loves stories and the power of stories and talking about stories and what they can do. Oh, what do you want? Where are you? Get out. Get out. That's why I have the fairy lantern in my pocket. Also, I would like to apologize to the pals I was climbing with on Sunday. I erroneously thought the regular lantern would chase away the ghosts too. Because the fairy lantern does and the candlestick does. So I had assumed any source of fire would chase away the ghosts, but I guess It has to be special fire. I need out. I need out. I need out of the sleepy. Let me out. Okay. In their eyes, it's not about understanding. It's about getting something on paper fast. Yeah, it's that instant gratification sort of I was talking about earlier, isn't it? My gosh, I wonder if there are people out there, like I know people like to keep track of like the number of books they've read a year, but I wonder now if there are people out there that are just like skimming stuff so they can have like big number. Ooh, egg. The Miss Mori egg quota is about to be filled. There we go. Toost, hello. Also, I've been wanting to say I like your Benui model. It's so cute. You don't have a reference image anymore, do you? Whoa. Sometimes I like doodling people because I like their designs or whatever. You ran up to the ghost all confident and he just blew us all up like it was... I felt so bad. But I thought for sure. Oop. Nope. Also, it says small egg. Oh, no, there it goes. But it's quite a big egg. Like, compared to my scout. Maybe it just means that the bird it came from is even bigger. Okay, I want to put my backpack down and put the eggs in it. But I'm scared my backpack is going to roll away. Egg. 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 I don't have the hunger, but I'm just gonna eat this egg anyway. Yeah. Delicious fried egg right out of the shell. Are there no small birds in this world? Maybe these crows are the smallest they get. Maybe these crows are, oh, more eggs, are like the juvenile form of something much larger. Whoa. Dang it. Hang on, I'm reading this. They used an opening passage of Bleak House as the example. Some students were thinking there's a dinosaur walking around London because there's a heavy usage of metaphors, and the heavy metaphor is just a metaphor for something else. My God. Although the thought of a dinosaur walking around London is kind of charming. But not so much when it comes from just egregiously misinterpreting text. Woo. Nope, falling again. Woo. I need to get out of the sleepy. I need to get out of the sleepy. Woo. You know, I've only been here a few times. I still haven't figured out what spawns the ghosts exactly. If it's being in the sleepy for a certain amount of time. But it doesn't feel like it's a consistent amount of time. Oh, I'm gonna take these bandages, thank you. Fix that. Nope, that's not what I want. Put my backpack down. God, every time I put my backpack down, what is happening? Collision's getting a little weird. It's scary. First aid kit in the bag. Okay, ooh. They've already got werewolves. They don't need dinosaurs too. Now let the the dinosaurs go to some other small English countryside place. A dinosaur in I was trying to think of the most outlandish, over the top, like Worcester Edinburgh Cartershire name that I could come up with, but I feel like if I did, it would just somehow wind up being the actual name of an English township, and my attempt at parody would fall flat. I like these crows, they're cute. Yep. Caw caw. Oh, eggs! Not that I need them. Why, that is an impressive nest, the way it's built on the ledge. It's like a mourning dove nest or something. Egg. I hear you, frog. I know you're in there. I have found if you're... I don't know if cheeky's the word for it. If you're feeling daring and you get grabbed by a frog, if you pick it up and then you throw it, the frog will latch onto you again and pull you towards itself. But you could use that to pull yourself through the gloom. Of course, the tricky thing is you have to hope you don't get horribly disoriented by the frog grabbing you to begin with. You thought that bandage was a cup for tea back in the mountains since you saw it from the side. I need a cup of tea. My scout needs a cuppa. It's fun to hop over the fences with the frog. Have you ever gotten caught on the fences with the frog? I haven't had that happen. But I have seen from another friend that the pointy bits of the fences do cause collision damage. What do I got? A rope can? I was like, what is this? Oh, there's just a trap stuck in there. Well, none of those are going to be useful to me because I have no stamina. I'll eat these. I should have cooked them first, actually. Well, there's a lot of scout cookies. Okay, hang on. Let me just... eat. And yeet. And yeet. Haven't gotten jabbed by one yet, but you've definitely miscalculated and just slammed into it. I feel like you think you find a clear way through the mist and then you wind up bumbling into a fence. Going, surely I was facing forward this whole time. Where am I? Where is anything? Okay. Hook this. Might as well just fill up my bonus stamina bar. What is weighing so much in my bag? Who's putting an open granola bar in their suitcase? Yeah, you know what? You're right. That is kind of distressing. It's like they opened it, but then they're like, you know what? I'm just not feeling it right now. I'm going to save it for later. Something crunch. I hope they haven't taken a bite out of it. I don't want a granola bar with cooties on it. Okay. I'll cook my egg. Delicious. Even though I don't really like eggs that much IRL. You know, I'm gonna put this down. The infinite stamina is good, but I feel like it's just more been getting in my way more than anything. Hang on, I'm gonna eat this. I might regret not having it, of course, and I might want... You know, I got so much food, and only this can give me the infinite stamina. I love how you can hear me hemming and hawing in real time. Okay. Full up. I need to distribute that granola finely throughout my bag. I need to get the crumbs everywhere. Yeah, the gloom is really good. I like how the ravens will broadcast people's voices. That's such a fun way of messing with people. I wasn't sure how they would make a biome that functions like the caldera and the kiln, while remaining unique, but no, they sure did. Oh, a glider and a jetpack. Those aren't really going to help me, but I just like that they're there. But I'm astonished when I was here as a skeleton on Sunday. I did not get hit with any arrow traps. I don't know if the arrow trap would have killed me instantly as a skeleton, but I strongly suspect that removing the arrow would have killed me instantly as a skeleton. Oh, there goes my bonus stamina. Mori, use your rescue claw. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. Whoop. Is that going to be worth it? Go, 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 go. Oh, happy birthday to me! Removing the arrow from the empty space between your bones. My instinct is correct. You sleepily pulled one out thinking you were opening a chest. Oh no! You're not the only one that's done that. That's happened to friends where they were trying to open a chest, but I guess, like, the arrow was in the way, or otherwise removing the arrow took priority. Being a skeleton is fun, but it's also terrifying. No! Aw, man. I got hit in a drive-by. Woo. Jeez. Actually, no, I shouldn't remove it. Well, it's gonna leave me with injury, but it's also getting in the way now. Ow. Okay. Just let me up, let me up. Big vertical climb ahead. This jetpack is useless. Well, you don't get a huge amount of vertical distance with the jetpack. And while it might help me a little bit, it would also take up my backpack and all the items therein. So I think having the stuff with me is more advantageous than having the jetpack. This will let me land on something, right? Right? Whoop. Ow. Okay. I mean, I do have the fairy lantern with me. You know, just no. That's right. I can't drop it. I was like, how come I can't put down my rescue claw? I don't have to chase away any more ghosts, so I can use this. Okay. Let's eat some of these for good measure. No. Oh, what? No, I was just chilling here. You know, I thought that was triggered based on your height. Well, let's go before the sleepy consumes me. Just like real life. Whoop. Okay, I don't want to touch those rocks if I can help it. As I touch those rocks, and I could have helped it. Oh, my bonus stamina. Oh man, it's just gone. It's just gone. You lunge once. It's the good thing about being in the Citadel is all these platforms I could hopefully drop onto. Actually, this one doesn't look like it goes all the way to the ends. Well, maybe I'll drop on the window though. Oh, what am I on? What am I on? Okay. Ugh, okay. Just keep onwards and upwards. Whoop! Some Super Mario World Choco Fortress nonsense right here. I don't know if you can even really get hit by that spinning pillar trap unless you like fling yourself into it deliberately. I guess you can, never mind, but I don't know why you'd get close to it. What the? Is there one under here? Yes. This is what happened on Sunday's climb. Kopo and I got stabbed by spike traps that protruded through rocks like this. We didn't think we'd be speared because, well, you think you're fine. Anyway, I shouldn't soliloquize. I should climb. Yeehaw. It was very mean, wasn't it? I'm just glad it didn't kill me instantly. I was worried by those. I thought they might like skewer your scout and you would just ragdoll and die. What the heck, man? Ugh. Razzin' frazzin'. That's not worth it. I was gonna injure my ankle if I try to go for that. It's gonna scoot under here. Whoop. Is that what eventually led to your death? Like that specific spike trap or just them generally? That was just sort of the start. Where am I going? Hopefully this is okay. Nope. Ow. Whoop. Ow. Whoop. Ow. Whoop. 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 Okay, how about over here instead? Save me, Fairy Lantern. Save me. I'm quickly running out of juice, but that's fine. I have a first aid kit. Okay. Many factors, none of which were your fault. No. Not a one. Wow. Oh, come on, man. Why are my ankles so fragile? Come on, man. How are these traps so accurate? Ugh. Heckin', I can't see. No. Jeez. There's like one in my foot too. Wonderful. Excellent. Wondrous. Please don't hit the spike ball. Ooh, don't hit the spike ball. Okay. I mean, it would have been funny if I hit the spike ball, but also pretty tragic. I assume it would send me ragdolling. Onto the stairs. No more arrows. You know, Luce isn't here, but I'll have to ask him if he ever got the Chivo for... I think it's removing 10. I thought it was 7. But it's removing 10 arrows from you during an expedition. Where do I want to go from here? Let's go over here for now. And at first I thought, like, you just had to have, like, 7 or however many in you. But no, you have to pull them out. Which I think will kill you. Maybe from full health? I'm not sure exactly, but I do know that removing an arrow does cause a lot more injury than simply leaving the arrow embedded within you. My ankles are fragile because my scout is in their 30s. What is my scout, really? Like, they're not human, they're scouts, but what is... Hang on, let me remove the other arrow, actually. No. Okay. Put down. Arrow, remove. Ow, okay. And then I can fairy lantern. Okay, there we go. It has like a tiny bit of juice yet. Juice left. Anyway, but what are the scouts? Because they're clearly not human, looking at their bones and everything. Maybe their species is just scout. Or they have gecko DNA, as was postulated before. We could be like a highly evolved race of, like, lizard people, which would be pretty cool, honestly. I'd like to be part kaiju. Whoa, don't slip between those. That would be bad. Can I get up here? Okay, oh boy. Oh, that was really scary. I mean, what in here isn't scary, really? Oh, I bet spikes are gonna... Yep. Right through the rocks. Oh, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. Oh, there's nothing here. Oh boy, whoop. That was almost bad. Okay, don't hit my head. Don't hit my head. Okay. Let's see. Here. Don't hit my head. Don't hit my head. Woof. Up here. Hit my head a little bit. That looks like a dinosaur skull from here. Unfortunately, this is not really a useful place to be. Whoop. Don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing. I'm a trained climbing professional. But Mori, you're not really climbing, you're grappling. Are you a trained grappling professional? It's up to interpretation. Wait. Did I make it? Did I do it? Oh, I mean, I'm not up the stairs yet. I saw that like a split second before I walked into it, but yeah, that's fine. I am Swiss and a knife. You calling me cheesy? I did it. I'm taking this arrow with me as a souvenir. Hello, Everignan. I've made it. Oof. Even though it's a custom mode, I feel like I should get a Chivo for beating it in the grapple-only mode. This is tougher than I thought it would be. Because your stamina really bottoms out immediately with all the damage I took. Oh my god! I love Azumanga Daioh. Would have been amazing if I clipped myself through the mountain right at the end. I would have laughed. I did it. Me and you, Arrow. Me and you. Gosh darn it, Arrow. I said me and you, Arrow. Ugh. Sorry, it's right trigger to light the flare. I was thinking it was X, and that was just remove the arrow. Whatever. Goodbye, Arrow. It was nice knowing you. I'll forever have this big gaping wound in my ankle, in your honor. You don't think this is obscuring the helicopter's vision or anything, do you? Like, this isn't making it potentially unsafe for them to fly or anything, does it? What's up? Trick question, it's me. I'm up. I made it. And I look so sheepish about it. Because I guess I'm here all by myself. It's like my whole troop died with me, but there never was a troop with me to begin with. It was just me. All solo. As any good scout should, starting a forest fire before they leave. That's right. I'm marking my territory, so you know I was here. The smoke is still here. It's still going. Oh boy. Now everyone, now all of China knows I was here. I should have grappled onto the chopper. I should have grappled onto the blade and sent the chopper careening down to Earth. And then we're just playing Resident Evil. In Snake Eater, if you have an arrow in you while you kill the fear, the arrow will be stuck in you for the rest of the game. Incredible. Like, is just a big ol' arrow, does it get in your way at any point? Like, obscuring your interface? Is that a dark fountain? Shh. Deltarune Chapter 6. It's the real king of the mountain. I'm the real Bergen-Truken. Ba 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 ba. Thanks for climbing with me. Ba ba ba. Okay, I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm just singing Asgore. But thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining me for a little impromptu Saturday stream. I wanted to hang out with folks, so I'm glad I could do that. It doesn't obscure anything, but it really ruins the vibe when you're sneaking through base as a scientist and there's a bunch of arrows sticking out of your arm and back. It's an experimental acupuncture treatment, okay? Look, don't judge until you've tried it for yourself. But thank you. I can't believe Maury's tonight. Shh. You're not supposed to know that. You know, I'm still proud of that fight I did. That's why I made a highlight of it. Anyway, thank you, everyone. I shall see you on Tuesday for more Silksong. And I don't know what I'm going to do next Friday, since we've already escaped Lego Purgatory, or maybe we've just been there this whole time. Thank you, everyone. Please stay safe, stay healthy. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And I'll catch you next time. Ciao!